What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you an amazing video today. We are talking about the Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and we are doing a quick recap of this J Mills versus RTS Mobile Gaming Whale Theoden versus Whale Witch King fight, okay? In this battle, we are showcasing one of the battles using Theoden's new build with the Renewed that J Mills has pioneered here. He is using it on full display against my Witch King and forcing a very painful draw for my troops, okay? As we all know, the Renewed is very strong, and we're going to talk about how it specifically counters the Witch King in this next couple minutes. So get excited. So first off, obviously, very geared commander here, okay? Running with the Renewed buff. He's also got Rehoram maxed out. He's got Irritated Leader maxed out, and he's got Horsemaster maxed out, which is going to give him ginormous healing benefits as well as ginormous ×2 damage output combined with the Renewed Cleanse, which really keeps his units on their toes, okay? He is fighting, of course, my Witch King that uses a phenomenal combination of anti-stun from the helmet and opportune strike from the accessory to maximize my Alchemist damage output, okay? I also apply several debuffs to the enemy. I apply the Lord of the Nazgul, which is a debuff against the enemy commander for minus 30% damage, and also is going to have a chance to stun the enemy commander. I apply an additional debuff called the Ring Wraith, which is going to increase the burn, poison, and focus damage that his units take by 30%. Both of these debuffs are dispellable by the Renewed ability, okay? Very key to note that. Into the fight itself, let's take a quick look at the damage output here. You can see that my soldier damage was definitely a little bit higher than his. I output a little bit more damage than he did. He had, of course, 27k healing to offset that, but even so, I had whatever 50 or 60k more damage output even after heals were applied. However, since his units are significantly more tanky than my paper mache alchemist here, he was coming into this fight with a much higher health pool, and therefore, for multiple reasons, including his anti-burn damage chest, okay, very nice there, his Renewed ability there, and his overall extremely high damage output, he was able to counter my units, all right? So here we go. Let's take a look at the line by line. One of the things I'm going to point out here is something that J Mills brought up the other day, okay, and it is that all of the bonuses that are applied and debuffed within this pre-battle phase are removable, okay? Like I said, J Mills just educated me on this the other day. Every single debuff that is applied in the pre-battle phase is dispellable. If it's applied in the preparation phase, which is the first phase of the battle, right now it is not something that is removable. However, if it is applied in the pre-battle phase, it is something that can be dispelled, okay? Now, as of right now, there is not a commander that can dispel or an item that can dispel positive buffs on enemy troops. Right now, it's just cleansing debuffs on your own troops or commander, but I can see the devs being creative and inserting some sort of offensive purge into the battle mechanics, whether it's with a new commander or a new accessory, role, effect, whatever it is, okay? So here you can see I have applied the Ring Wraith debuff to the units, which gives them plus 30% burn damage received. Very key for my build. So this counteracts his 50% reduced burn damage received on the chest. It really reduces that. They kind of balance out to only a 20% damage reduction from his chest piece, okay? If this is removed, it's going to be a 30% plus 50% burn damage reduction, okay? And I believe there are diminishing returns there, but we haven't proven exactly the ratio of that, okay? Into the fight itself, here we go. All right, my alchemists are punching his cataphracts in the face for 41k damage. Keep in mind his cataphracts take 25% reduced burn damage already from their passive unit abilities, okay? Here in round 2, okay, Theoden has triggered the Renewed. He has cured his minus damage dealt from Theoden himself. He now no longer is afflicted by the minus 30% damage. In addition to that, the Bonites and the Marshals are cured of their burn damage bonus, okay? They are no longer going to receive 30% increased burn damage from both the Bonites and the Marshals. The Cataphracts were not as lucky. They did get the focus damage received purged instead, but that's okay because the Bonites and Marshals are 2/3 of his march, so now they are much stronger against burn damage. Here in round 2, my Alchemist unfortunately hit the Cataphracts and killed them all, so you won't get to see the damage nuke come out there. Let's see if my Alchemists take any damage. They did not take damage in round 2. Here in round 3, I did not gain Opportune Strike, unfortunately. 83% chance to get it, and I'm 1 for 3. The Alchemists are punching the Marshals for only 21,000 damage. Keep in mind the Marshals are taking significantly reduced damage, right? Okay. I did lose 500 Alchemists here, but that's okay. I did get an Opportune Strike roll here. Let's see how that plays out. My Corsairs took a beating. Alchemist took a little bit of damage here. Oh, big hit on the Alchemist there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And here comes the Alchemist coming in hot on the Marshals. This is a max damage roll with 5,400 Alchemists on the Marshals for 33,000. Okay, that is a ginormous difference from the 41,000 I dealt at the Cataphracts in round 1. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not think that the renewed ability was strong before, let this be a testament, okay? Because even with an anti-burn damage chest, the Witch King does so much damage that he often punches through a strong Theoden, because Theoden doesn't have a whole lot of defensive capabilities. So I would say that this is proof that this puts Theoden on par with commanders like Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White for countering the Witch King. Unfortunately, he got some very high damage rolls early on. And of course, my Witch King is maxed out with the anti-stun, plus the Opportune Strike, which really gives me a good bonus there. So all in all, great fight to J Mills. I hope you guys enjoyed this report review, this deep dive what we got going on here. And hopefully you understand now the difference between the preparation phase bonuses and the pre-battle phase debuffs, okay? Because all of the debuffs, like we talked about earlier in the video, they are all dispellable. So, if you're wondering if something is dispellable, simply check the order in which it is applied. If it is applied in the preparation phase, don't even try it. In fact, nothing can really override things that are applied in the preparation phase, okay? For example, Retaliate is applied in the preparation phase. Even though Retaliate is applied in the preparation phase, my Witch King's Opportune Strike does not bypass the Retaliate because the Retaliate is not something you can counter. The King of the Dead debuff, however, and I want to stress that, the debuff from King of the Dead, his minimum damage roll is a debuff which is counterable by the Orthancs Devilry or some other ability or cleanse, okay? All right, so you heard it here. I love you long time. Give me the like and sub. Randy out, baby.